I'm Douglas, one of the prison chaplains here at HMP Perth. The role of a prison chaplain is wide and varied, where no 2 days are the same. Our core role and our primary existence is to support the residents here in custody and meeting their well-being needs, spiritually, pastorally, and in a religious sense as well. Our approach is built on building and forming relationships where we can be available, where we're open, but have a trust and a recognition of each individual's needs and beliefs. So what does that really look like in reality? Well, for us, it means that we meet their needs where they are at. So we're on the landings, we're listening to them, and we're understanding what it is they need. We act responsively to things that happen on a day-to-day basis, but also proactively. We offer ongoing support following certain incidents. We also offer proactive courses and programs. One of the greatest needs that we discovered was bereavement. When you're bereaved in the community, people can grieve with family, with friends. In here, it's very different. But what about the needs of victims and the effect that the offending behaviour has had on communities? And so we worked with other organisations to get a variety of different courses. But where was that going to run? So the Governor, at the beginning of 2024, gave us over a room. Now in the community, we would call that a church plant. So in the work sheds, we now have a room called the New Horizon, where we can meet in a comfortable, warm setting, bright and airy. And this is a space for the men to move along the route. The route is how the men move from the residential blocks to the work sheds. They come up, tea, coffee, sometimes a biscuit, and plenty of space to have a conversation. Whilst here, we can offer programs, and so some of the programs that we have offered support folks with their mental well-being. Sanctuary Mental Health is one of the ones that we've done, and we did that in partnership with the NHS team here on site. The Sycamore Tree project is a restorative justice victim awareness course, and that's run by Prison Fellowship Scotland, supported by the chaplains. The bereavement journey has been provided by ataloss.org and is a course that unpacks a whole host of different complexities surrounding bereavement. Men Behaving Badly is another one that is for parenting. Just because you are in prison does not mean you cease being a dad or a father figure. I ran this out in the community, and with slight contextual changes in a custodial environment, we now have this opportunity for men to gather together, offer peer support in what it is and how to be a dad whilst in prison. We also offer up the Alpha course, known to so many in churches across the land as an introduction to the Christian faith. We were very grateful to have support of volunteers to run all of these things, and we do it in partnership with professionals on site from the NHS, social work, and our prison colleagues as well. The use of this space has given us the opportunity and the potential to support many more people than we could have done if we just had the traditional chaplaincy area. Our chaplaincy area is used for religious worship on a weekly basis, multiple times, and we also have developed in partnership with outside organisations as well as with our veterans in custody, a remembrance garden which is used for key events through the year too. Why do we do what we do? What we want to do is to extend the Christian love that we believe in to those in custody here in Perth and across prisons across Scotland. How do we measure what we do? We could look at the numbers, and that's a good metric to see how much a service is being used, but a lot of this comes through stories. One such story is of a guy who came along to an event that was organised in partnership with Bethany Christian Trust. He came along, he then came to church and attended our cafe churches that were started on a Friday afternoon. He sat quietly one day in response to the previous week's worth of work, really reflecting on what he was doing. And at the end I said, do you want to share poetry, some words, some drawings, and he held up this image, and I'll never forget the image. It was a picture of a person down a hole, and it was reaching up to two ropes, one from a church and one from a prison. And he said, I've been given the opportunities. It's up to me to reach up, hold on, and be pulled out. What we do is based on Christ's love, and what we want to do is to share that here to those in custody in prisons across Scotland.